to get rid of? Text me, tweet me, let me know. And in the final part of the show, top astrologer Michele Knight is here to tell us what's in the stars for you in 2012. So if you've got a question for her, get in touch. If you'd like an astrological prediction, I'd love to hear from you this morning. You can get in touch by emailing us, gabby@channel5.com, tweet us @livewithgabby, or like us on Facebook, where you'll find behind-the-scenes pictures and video. I just want to bring you up to date.
To date on Channel 5, or catch it an hour later on +1.
Welcome back. Comedian Jeff Leach is still with us this morning. We're joined now by award-winning astrologer Michele Knight. We're going to be finding out what's in store for 2012 in just a moment. But first, I've been asking for your New Year's resolutions this morning, and we've got a few more now. I'd like to be a bit more green, says Sarah in Brighton, so I'm going to cycle rather than jump in the car. And I'm not going to let other people shape my life, says Leah. That's her resolution. So she's going to be a little bit stronger with herself. Thanks for those. Keep them coming in, and good luck with them as well. But now it's the start of a new year, a time when many of us are going to be looking to the future. Maybe you're hoping for a bit of progress in your career, or you wonder if it's time to take a big leap in your love life. Well, Michele Knight is here to tell us all what she thinks lies in store and why Neptune, in particular, is affecting all of us in 2012. I've been told that, Michele. Is this true? Is Neptune having a big influence?
It is. You have no idea. I've been waiting for this all of my life. It's very, very exciting news.
And now, why do you think it's just perennially interesting to people, isn't it, their star signs? And I try sometimes not to read them, and then I have a little sneak, and, you know, like, oh, it's true. What is it, do you think, that people... Is it uncertainty in life, and it gives them a sense of, OK, I can control this a bit because I've seen what's coming?
I think it's a bit deeper than that, because if you go back to the very first civilisations, ancient Babylon, ancient Greece, astrology was there, and it stood the test of time, and people do relate to it. And now, actually, science is pointing out that the way you are as a person is... There are some personality traits that are based on the season you were born in, and I think it will be scientifically proved at some point. But it's stood the test of time, all the way through from the very first civilization.
So 2012, which star signs are going to find themselves this year having the most success, having the kind of biggest changes? Are there signs that stick out for you?
Absolutely. Fundamentally, it's Pisces, because Neptune is going into Pisces, and that's the planet of spirituality, but also debauchery and addiction and losing yourself in fantasy. So
I'm lost in you.
That's
you're like a sexy astrologer. Love it. Go on,
Thank you, darling.
I want to be your Neptune.
Yeah. As long as you're not my Uranus, that's all right. But we've got...
Can we say that? We've done it.
Yeah. We've turned into a carry-on sketch.
Scorpio is having a great time with relationships, and actually they're brightening up in general, because sometimes they can be a bit doom and gloomy. And they've got Neptune in the 5th house. They're learning to let loose and to enjoy life and be playful. And also Aries is doing very well. They're getting a bit deeper, which is probably a good thing if you've got an Aries partner.
What are you, Gabby? What are you?
I'm a Taurus.
A Taurus.
Taurus, fabulous news. Jupiter, the planet of good fortune. 6 months of really, really good news.
From now on?
Yeah.
Right.
It's happening now.
Tall, dark, handsome stranger. At some point,
who's got a penchant for skeleton rings.
But the Earth signs are doing very well this year, but for you and all Taurians, it's like expansion and being able to move on to the next stage.
So are there, do you think, some people who are more predisposed to follow star signs and kind of make decisions based on what their star signs say?
Well, actually, Pisces are the most psychic sign and the one that are really into it.
Sounds a bit fishy to me.
Yeah.
Hey, here a week, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
But someone like a Virgo or Capricorn might be a little bit...
Can't believe I did that. Can't believe I did that.
A little bit more hesitant to believe.
Right, OK, but they should pay attention to this. Now, we have already got some emails in from people who have got specific issues for you. This is from Ord. And Ord's birthday is the 20th of June, 1963, which makes Ord a Gemini. Is that right?
Yeah.
I'm embarking on a new career this year and would like to know if these moves I'm going to make are going to be successful. And some romance wouldn't go amiss either.
Well, Neptune's going into the 10th house, so that's great. It's about opening up to what your soul wants to do in terms of work. And it's about actually making a decision, because Ord is someone that finds it... has loads of ideas, but then can be quite self-critical. And this is the year of breakthrough in that. Now, in terms of relationships, there should be some chemistry and a relationship that's very, very different with somebody not normally that person's type. So
would Geminis normally have a specific star sign that they're attracted to? Or
well, see, I don't go along with that, to be honest, because I think that each different sign can teach us something new, and I think we all evolve from relationships.
Was there any star sign on your pie chart that seemed to dominate? Did you do?
Yeah, predominantly Cancer. The sixth moon was often rising for her. I don't know.
It would be really interesting. I want to know. Go back.
It would,
There's a lot of rising, but it wasn't me. Yeah. No, I don't know. Maybe. Oh, there was a lot of like similar-looking girls. A lot of jet black hair and tattoos and piercings.
Oh, right.
Well, the therapy was going well.
Well, actually, you've got Venus in Capricorn, so actually your ideal woman could be a Capricorn.
OK.
OK. Claire is the 18th of March, 1982. That's Pisces, isn't it?
Yep. So come on, rock and roll.
Claire says, I've recently split from my husband and returned to the UK from Spain. I would like some advice on what is to come in 2012.
Actually,
divorce settlement, probably.
I thought that was a very, very difficult decision for her to make, and it took a long time. But this actually
two big things. I mean, moving country and moving relationship.
And I don't think she took that lightly. I think it took maybe 6 months to a year to push herself to do that. It was a big deal. But in March, she'll start to see the results. That's when it's really going to kick in. And actually, it kicks in for a good number of years, so it's like a rebirth for her.
OK. Well, Carrie is also a Pisces, 12th of March, 1984. I don't know whether I should quit the entertainment industry or if my big break is just around the corner. Obviously, she's plugging away. Also, is the new male who just came into my life over Christmas the real deal or another mistake? Oh, sounds like she's been burnt a little bit.
Well, actually...
If she means a man or if she means an email, because if it's you've won $5 million Ugandan, ignore it. That's not real.
It's M-A-L-E.
Right. That's a good one, then. Right, well,
I had to make up for the Pisces joke earlier on, frankly.
She's got Mars in Scorpio, because I've looked at her whole chart here, and actually... Interestingly, on the one hand, she's very romantic, but on the other hand, she doesn't trust men. And this is the year with that Neptune in Pisces where she's going to step through that. Because actually, if you don't trust men, if you believe all men are going to be the same, you become like a magnet to repeat that pattern. So there is... and when it comes to the entertainment industry, it couldn't be a better year. So I wouldn't give up just yet.
Right,
she's got to make that decision, but...
I wonder what she does in the entertainment industry. If you think it's something we'd like on this show, we'll have you on, OK? Maybe you can sing for us. The producer's just screeching in my ear. Amy, on the 14th of November, 1974, makes her Sagittarius. Is that right? Scorpio. It says, my husband and I really want a baby, but I'm worried I'm getting too old. And on top of that...
actually, I mean, I've looked at her chart. I've never seen so much Scorpio. So there's a part of her that is, like, so consumed by intensity. Sorry, go on, your question.
Go on, OK. He wants to move to Australia. I'm unsure of what to do and would like some advice on what the future holds. A lot of questions for you there.
Well, actually, normally I wouldn't say this to a Scorpio, but the point is, for Scorpio, it's all about lightening up and taking a risk and doing something that you want to do. And it's a very, very good year for relationships. So you've got to think, is this a good relationship for me? Am I really committed to my husband? And if the answer is yes, to go within and say, well, what do we both think would be the fun, enlightening, good thing to do? And I think, you know, for once, she's going to be ruled by her heart and not be over-analysing.
OK.
So go with it.
And you had a brief chat about Taurus's year, but of course I'm very self-interested and want to know what else Taurus has got in store for this year.
Well, for you, it's the best year ever. And at the end of the year, you can give me your feedback on that. But April for you is very, very busy. And in Jupiter is really kicking off for you in July.
Remind me what Jupiter does again?
It's expansion. It's the planet of good fortune.
OK.
And it's right there for Taurians. So you've got the opportunity also to, like, really even shift even further forward in your career. And by the end of the year, you might even be offered a travel show or something else as well as this. Or bring travel into your life.
Maybe this show will go on the road.
Yeah.
Maybe we could start doing shows from LA.
The first series in Barbados, on the beach somewhere. That'd be nice,
6 months in Barbados, 6 months in Barbados. Yeah, perfect. And what else have we got in store for lovely Jeff?
Now, I want you to be serious now.
No, yeah. Well,
because actually, I found your chart really, really fascinating. I have to say, I admire the show you're doing. I think it's really
Thanks very
important.
much.
And it's all there in your chart. You've got Mars is the planet of sexuality and passion, and you've got that in Scorpio. So that is the sex and drugs and rock and roll.
Yeah.
You know, that's always...
That's the way of calling it, isn't it?
That's always going to... You're always going to have that intensity and desire and passion. But it's got a very close connection to Saturn, which is the planet of responsibility.
Yeah.
And I think, in a way...
It's quite ironic that I've lived that sort of a promiscuous lifestyle, but then even when I was doing the stand-up for the show, at the end of it, I did a stand-up about the journey. I had had a responsibility to the girls because I didn't want to make light. I mean, I'm joking around when I'm talking about subject matter. That's because I've accepted what I am. But it is a serious thing. The programme is serious, but it interjects with these comedy.
Have any
and
of
there's
these girls come back and said, please don't mention me by name or don't...
No, in fact, most of the women, because I'm still very good friends with predominantly the majority of those lovers. It's interesting. And most of the girls, I talked to a lot of girls outside of the programme. So I did have the conversations that I had on the programme, but a lot of them didn't want to be filmed, understandably. They wanted their privacy. So it was very healing, and I've made strengthened a lot of friendships and relationships with a lot of those girls, but ultimately it's also very difficult.
OK, and just very briefly, anything else Jeff should look out for this year, career-wise, maybe?
Yeah, in March there could be a contract. Just double-check it's what you want, because there's something massive coming up.
A marriage contract.
Yeah.
A marriage contract.
Look out for that Capricorn.
Michelle, fantastic to have you here. Thank you so much for all that advice, for everybody who's emailed in. Jeff, good luck with everything.
Thank you
I know
very
you're doing a
much.
show with some material that might be related to it.
With Russell Kane on the 18th of January, I'm going to be doing the material from the BBC Three show live.
Good luck, and good luck with the celibacy.
Thank you very much.
That's it for today, but tomorrow Terry Healy is here to defend her controversial sex documentary. Lost Star Adewale Akinoye Agbeje, Triple A to his friends, is here to tell us about his new film role. Jason Bale is here to squeeze us into shape, and I meet the man who overcame dyslexia to take on the design world. All that and more, 11:10 here on Channel 5. Adewale Akinoye, I practiced it so hard.
There's no medical mystery here. It's a straight-up murder-suicide.
Make a mental note.
Powder burns on the right temple. Gun is cradled in his right hand.
I was left-handed.
If you're left-handed, would you shoot yourself in the head with your right hand?
Here we go again.
Body of Proof continues 9 p.m. Tuesday on Channel 5, or catch it an hour later on Plus One. Being a teen mum can be tough,
Oh yeah, she opens it legs to anyone.
lonely,
Sometimes I do just sit here and cry.
and stressful.